Okay, the next chart we're going to prepare is called bullet chart. Okay, I really don't know why it's called bullet chart, but it is a chart that's for comparison. Okay, so here, like in the previous chart where we had comparison between 2014 and 2015, but it is done in a different way such that it adds in more information for us to do the comparison, not just the total, whether what's the total for 14, what's the total for 15. Instead, we're going to add some reference lines which will make the bullet graphs more informative. Okay, so we have to start with, because we're going to pack in a single chart all of this information, we have to separate out the two sales. You need a separate field for 2015 sales and a separate field for 2014 sales. So first thing to do is to create new fields which will separate out the sales that we want, right? So here create calculated field. So it's a 2015 sales. Okay. So what we're going to do is use an if function. If we're going to look at the year of the order date. Okay. So year is a function available in Tableau. So it's going to take the order date and strip out the year, and then we're going to compare that against. So since we want 2015, so we say, is it 2015? Right? Okay. Then the next keyword that we require is then. So if the year of the order is 2015, then sales, then the value of sales. Okay, so the pound sign says that's the field, right? So if it is 2015, then it is sales. Okay, what if it is not 2015? Okay, you say else. Okay, did you see this else if? So that means you can have compound if statements. Okay, but right now we will just stick with else. Okay. Otherwise, if it is not, the order date is not 2015, then we don't want anything there, so null. Okay, and then we need an end, so that marks the end of the if statement. So it's very similar to the if function that we have in Excel, except that the syntax is different here a little bit. Okay. So make sure that the calculation is valid. Now what I'm going to do before closing is I'm going to do Control A and copy this, Control C, because we need another calculated field for 2014. So we can just simply copy paste this into the other one. So I've already copied. Okay. Now click OK. All right. Then okay, create calculated field 2014 sales. Okay. Now Control V. So I paste what we copied previously and then change this to 14. So now the calculation is valid. So now we have 2015 sales and 2014 sales. So click OK. All right. So now we have product category. Right. Now you see there is two product subcategory. I should have talked about this in the previous when we created this. So product subcategory is the original product subcategory with all of those small sales subcategories remaining as separate subcategories. Okay, when we combine those small sales subcategories into one, group them, okay, so this version of subcategory has that. Okay, it's the same subcategory. This version is after combining those small sales ones. Okay, so depending upon which one you want to use, you can use one of them. So I'm going to use this one. All right. And I have sales going in as bars like this. Okay. All right. So now what we're going to do is we're going to compare. This is 2050. Oh, sorry. I shouldn't. The sales. Okay, take that out. Okay, I'm going to put 2015 sales there. Okay. So now this is 2015 sales. Now I want to compare 2015 sales with the previous year, 2014 sales, but I want to do that with a band. Okay. So go to analytics. So distribution band. Okay. And we want to put it in cell. Okay. Because we want for individual subcategory, we want a band. Okay, using 2014 sales. So when I move distribution band into cells, okay, so the scope is now each cell. Okay. Now you see this screen. Now here you have to change the value is 60% and 80% of average. Okay, so that's what the band will be of what? Okay. Now you can change the percentages if you want. So if you like it to be 50 and 90, you can change that. Okay. And then that percentage off. So here is where you specify which field you want to use for that 60, 70, whatever it is. Okay, we want that to be 2014, but 2014 is not there. Why? Because 2014 sales is not in the visualization. So we have to exit out and bring 2014 into the visualization. So we do that by bringing 2014 sales into detail. Okay. So now if we do an edit reference line, yeah. So now we are in the distribution here, right? So right click sales and do edit reference line. So it is per cell. Okay, now change that to, so now if you click the down arrow, you see 2014 sales is there. The measure is now in the visualization, so it appears as one of the options. So select that. Okay. Then you want the band to be filled below. Okay, so that's what a bullet chart does. So bullet chart has a band and another band. Okay, first percentage, one band, and then from that point onwards to the next percentage, another band. So this is 60% of average, and then 80% of average of the previous year's sales, right? So you need to do fill below. Okay. Now, there is one more thing we have to do. So, right now these are 60% of average, 80% of average of 2014 sales. So, we need a reference line for that total. So, you need to bring in the reference line to sell, okay, and change this to 2014 sales. Right. Now, so this line needs to be a little bit darker, maybe even a little bit thicker like that, or this is okay, that's fine too. So, you may want to format that. All right. So, this is 2014 sales. Okay, this is 80% of 2014. This is 60% of 2014, and this is your 2015 sales. So, you have a visual feel of where the 2015 sales is compared to 2014 sales, and these bands, 60%, 80% bands, give you additional information. Okay, and we can get rid of these grid lines by going to 2015 sales, right. So, now those grid lines are gone, so it makes it a little bit clearer. And of course, you have to add title. So, (2015) sales, well, all right, and then we can have bar equal to 2015 and band equal to 2014. Okay, we can probably decrease the font size for the subtitle. Like that. Okay, and then maybe even get rid of that, and that. Okay. So, this is called bullet chart.